What's up, y'all? Y'all know who this is. It's Elliot the Unstoppable, aka Lionel. For those who don't know, now you know. Let's get into the topic. Let's say I did not want to record this message, but I'm just being obedient. Cause I don't want to get in trouble. Let's go. You ever been in a situation where you were very hungry and you were waiting for the food to be done, and you smell the aroma of the food, and you're just like, you could feel your stomach and the back of your back, all the hunger pains is kicking in, and all this other good stuff. Well, not good stuff, but you know what I mean. Then all of a sudden, when the food was done, and as soon as you took a bite of that food and you ate up all that food, that's when you realize that the food was worth the wait. Instead of going elsewhere to get food. Well, that's what this topic tonight is about. Waiting on God. Oh Lord. Listen, I'm not an expert at waiting on God, okay? I get frustrated just like y'all do, trust me. Sometimes I'll be sitting there like, God, don't you see me going through all this stuff? Where you at? Help me, Jesus, help! What can I say? God's thoughts, his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. His ways are higher than our ways. What makes sense to God may not make sense to us, but we must trust that he knows what's best. I mean, he's the creator. After we always come to that conclusion, he's the one that created all of us. But when it comes down to the end of the day, no matter what we're experiencing, it's better to wait on God. There was a story in the Bible where two individuals decided not to wait on God, and it caused an unlikely situation that caused future wars and everything else down the line. You have Abraham, right? So Abraham has been given the promise that he was going to be the father of many nations and all this other good stuff. So before you get the promise, you always get the word of the promise, and then in between the word of the promise and the actual fulfillment of the promise, it's a waiting period. One more time, a waiting period. Lord help me with this one. Sarah decides to help Abraham out and say, well, God is taking too long. He did say he was going to be the father of many nations. God just gave Abraham the drive to want to, do the do. I ain't got to explain it in case there's some children watching this. I said, okay, you can have my handmaid. So, tell y'all something. What happened in the next course of events is that the handmaid had the child. The handmaid started taunting Sarah with the child, and then next thing you know, Sarah told Abraham to kick the mother of his child out with the child, and it was messy. This comes from the results of when we choose not to wait on God when he has given us a word. Trust me. See, the thing about God is that I know there's a lot of times when God will say that it's coming now. Sometimes he don't specify now, and now can be like, maybe 6-7 months later. It's coming now. See, a lot of times during the waiting period, God is trying to build up our character to prepare us for the blessing that we're about to receive. And also, while we're going through the tests and the trials and being without the very thing that we want or we desire that we prayed for, as far as like the godly desire, what adds up in his word. The Bible talks about how endurance is built, and then how hope is built, and all these other things that's built. And then what happens is through the test, after the test is over, you come forth as pure gold. A lot of times what I realize is, one, God wants to see if we really trust him. Okay? Because a lot of times we will say that, oh, I love the Lord and I trust him and all this other stuff. But when the heat turns up, do you still trust him? Do you still believe in his word? Do you still believe in his promise? A lot of times, according to our humanistic mindset, we want to go and refer and go and try to do the situation our way. You know how we do, and I'm the king of that. Okay, the Bible do say for us to not lean onto our own understanding, but trust God in all our ways. Gotta wait on God, y'all. You that marriage that you thought that you would have by the age of 30 and plus. Gotta wait on God. That child you might be married, that child that you said you wanted, and the circumstances determine that you're barren, but God has given you the word. You gotta wait on God for that new job, new career position that you've been dreaming of. And it seems like everything is getting worse before it gets better. You have to wait on God. When your body is sick, and you heard God say that I'm gonna heal you, but the symptoms keep on getting worse, you have to wait on God. See, God doesn't lie. The Bible do say that how heaven and earth shall pass away before any word from him falls to the ground. And then the Bible also says, Isaiah 55:11, word shall not return unto him void, but it shall prosper into where he sent it. When God sends you that word, it's going to work. Listen, guys, I wish I had another message for y'all, but let's say that God is one of the toughest teachers, the most toughest senseis, the most toughest anything referencing to a teacher. God is the toughest one. But he does it because he loves us. He's trying to build up our character. He's trying to build up our trust in him, because he has other things that he's looking forward to blessing us with. But in order for us to get the other things, we have to pass the faith test that what we're waiting on right now. I can't say it enough, y'all. Just trust God. The best thing to do at this waiting time is to keep on praying. Keep on spending time with God. Keep on preparing yourself for what that you asked him for, and then let it go. Let it go. Don't dwell on it. Don't allow anxiety to kick in and you're trying to figure out how you're going to get what God has promised you. It's not going to work out for your benefit. Trust me. When you give into anxiety, you won't be able to sleep. You won't be able to eat. It's just ugly. It's really ugly. All right, y'all. Hope I said it how you wanted me to say. Whew. This is Elliot the Unstoppable. Remember that and think on it.